All right, here we go. In 14 seconds, I think. We'll see. Because I don't know how far behind I am. All right. Gotta figure out how to do how we are why I'm so lagging here, but okay. All right, welcome to DCW After Dark, Defunct Championship Wrestling After Dark. I am Scott, the voice that you're probably familiar with if you've seen any of WrestleSpective before. It is me. I am the brains behind the operation, and I want to do something different, fun, experimental a little bit, and see what go. Doing something, a live watch along that's kind of similar to the topic of the episode, but not actually like watching the episode or like a full show. Maybe I'll do a full show down the line, but it's like all Japan Pro Wrestling related, but it's not exactly like the 10-hour Tokyo Dome show. So so that's going to be a little experimentation. I'm holding my mic because I don't have like some sort of stand or something. So this is all amateur hour stuff. Learning it, figuring out as I go. Let's dive into it. Everyone seems so excited about it. That's so cool. All right. So if you haven't seen the post, which I assume you have, but this is All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling, Sneak Attack Wrestling. It's pretty much just a story of Yumi Fukawa. It's the summer of 1995, and Yumi Fukawa has to wrestle all these different opponents leading up to her idol. One of the Chigusa Nagayo, one of the Crush Gals. So it's all leading up to this fight that she has to have with her, and she has to kind of take on all these different opponents in different settings throughout Tokyo. It's really interesting. I've kind of skipped through it a little bit, and it's pretty interesting. A lot of fun stuff, a lot of weird stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. Let's get into it. This is All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling, Sneak Attack Wrestling. We're going to start in a moment, and should pop up here. There we go. See if I turn it down. I'm going to be checking the comments on my laptop over here. So again, amateur hour bullshit. Yes, this is my face, and this is obviously probably a Rossi Ogawa production, as you can tell by Yumi Fukawa immediately in a bathing suit. So has got to be our old friend Rossi Ogawa. Gap Media, so glad you're on here. What is up? Thank you for stopping by. So glad you're here too. I'm so happy to see some regulars that comment on my videos here. So thank you so much for stopping by. This is awesome. Todd, I would love to do IWA Mid-South at some point. Ian Rotten is like one of the carniest of the carnies of the early 2000s independence, so I would love to do that at some point. DCW tomorrow is going to be All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling, so that's why we're checking out All Japan Women's Sneak Attack Wrestling here. a little bit of a cheat sheet here from someone that actually speaks a little bit of Japanese that actually reviewed this show, so I can actually throw in some tidbits about what is being discussed and all that stuff. There's a little bit of info I found on that. So for this portion, it's just woman speaks Japanese over highlights of match, so not much to add here.
しかし、プロレスへの情熱は冷めることなく、平成7年4月16日、後楽園ホールで再デビューした。
Also, I have my 5-month-old asleep about 20 feet away, so I may check in on her periodically if I hear movement. We'll see. So this is Yumi Fukawa's home, allegedly her home. We're waking up with her in the morning. And she had some sort of clavicle injury. I want to say it was like late 94. I really couldn't find any information on it. But yeah, she had some sort of collarbone injury in late 94, early 95. Gnarly scar.
自分でやっぱいろいろ考えることがあって嫌だなとか思ったけど結局やめられなかったからこれはなんかすごい気に入ってる写真の一つなんですけど
Yeah, anytime I see someone tapping in a match from like the 80s and like the 90s, I'm like, oh, the match would have been over now nowadays, but not the case 30 years ago.
何冊かまだあるんですけど
そんなのでも当時自分で
全部自分で
Yes, Todd, I am definitely going to do the Polynesian Pro in Hawaii territory at some point in the very not too near future, but not too distant either. It's lined up. I have it set for a season, so it's coming up.
結構未練残すの嫌だったんで捨ててって言ったのにお母さんが取っといてで自分がプロレスやりたいって言った時にあるって言ったら出てきちゃったんでこれがなかったらもしかしたらやってなかった。
So at this point she's just kind of telling us about her injury and her how much she idolizes. Oh, sorry, it was I apologize. Just telling us how much she idolizes Lioness Aka. So yeah, that's kind of what that little shrine was, and kind of what her what her exposition was about there. And we're starting off with some Aja Kong kicks. Oh, she's almost getting her in the face, even with the pad. Incredible stuff. The original MLW, it's a lot of fun. It's like ECW is gone, Ring of Honor I think is just popping up, TNA's pop. It's like such a wild time, and there's so many cool stars and matchups in that original MLW. I can't wait to get into that. That's actually scheduled for a season as well coming up. I have like 2 or 3 more seasons that are already scheduled and ready to, not ready to go, but I already have them scheduled with episode numbers and everything like that and themes. So yeah, that's coming. Cat Media, thank you so much. I'm not gonna give everything away, but I think some exciting things might be coming down the line there, and probably allow me to do more stuff like this too. So we'll see. More to come on that. there is a never-ending supply of defunct promotions. It's like everything that has ever existed, I think, is going to get covered because everybody wants something, and it's like there's a lot of promotions left to cover. So Adam, women's extreme wrestling. Extreme wrestling is definitely going to be covered. I have it lined up. It's ready to, it's another one in this chat that is got an episode number ready to go. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Again, it's part of a larger themed season that I'm really excited for. In this particular match, because I've already, kind of fast forward through a little bit of it and know most wrestling centric whole tape. So let me see if there's a translation for Aja Kong.
ある時には毎年のように行われるが、ない時には5年も10年も行われない。そして今年数年ぶりに深川由美が挑戦する。
No.
チャレンジャーは1週間以内、いついかなる時でも闇討ちが仕
I
掛
guess
けられ
this
る
voiceover is
時
just
に試合を行
explaining
わなければならない。
that Yumi Fukawa is going to wander around Japan. There's a gym mat
試合時
out in the
はマッ
wild.
ト帯に
She
よっ
has
てマットが用意
to
される。
wrestle a challenger. So, there's the mat in question.
時間無制限一本勝負である。あらゆる場所が試合場となるエニウェアスタイルだが、決着はマット上に限る。よって場外カウントは数えない。
Utopia, those sound fantastic, especially more recent ones. Like, I really love more recent ones.
勝敗はフォール、ギブアップ、KO の完全決着ルールである。
Oh yeah, main event championship wrestling was like one of the first ones people recommended. So that's been on the list for a while. It's coming. It's happening. I don't know when, but it's been on the list a long time. So this matchup is titled what is it? The Water Park match. So. And this will be Yumi Fukawa and Nubo Endo, I believe is how you would say it. My Japanese is awful. If you've seen any of my Japanese wrestling related defunct, it's awful. I'm trying to get better. And Yumi Fukawa in the pink bathing suit. Make this widescreen on my side. There we go. Yes, it's like this is something else. This is exactly like the 24/7 rule, but I would say it's probably more like the Attitude Era version, the hardcore title version of 24/7, just because it's a little more fun, I think. Like when 24 fun, it got real old real fast and not fun. But it reminds me a lot more of the Crash Holly 24/7 stuff on this tape than the Raw era 24/7.
さあ闇討ちプ プロレス第1ステージが今始まった。解説は全日本女子プロレス企画広報部長ロッシー小川さんです。よろしくお願いします。
はい、お願いします。今日は
Oh, CJD, speaking of DDT, you are looking at a former Iron Man heavy metalweight champion. I was part of the Beyond Wrestling crowd at American Rana, I think it was like 2016, where we all collectively won the championship. So technically, I'm also a former champion in DDT. Just saying, a little fun fact that you're gonna learn here on this live.
その1センチ2センチのこだわりが深川由美なんじゃないですかね。
はい。
深川としてはこの第1ステージ絶対落とせないですよね。
この2人の戦績っていうのは今までどのぐらいなんですかね。
やっぱり渡辺美沙の方が勝ってますよね。
おっと脇固め。
Yeah, Todd, either that Georgia Wrestling All-Stars or maybe I have to look into it some more, but there was like a World Class 2 that I think Gary Hart and Bill Mercer started at some point, and I told like 6 or 7 months too.
格闘色の強い展開になりましたね。
やはりこういう基本の関節技もしっかり身につけているんですね。
そうですね。この試合がいかに深川のプロレス生命がかかってるかっていうことじゃないですかね。
ほとんど見せるプロレスやってませんもんね。
Oh yeah, no, I am not going to American Rana. I haven't been in quite a few years. I frequent haven't for a while, but I frequent Focus Pro Wrestling now. It's just closer to home for me. Like making the trek out to Worcester for wrestling every so often isn't something I'm interested in anymore these days with my 2 kids and everything. But I definitely make the trips for Focus Pro every so often. So I'll be going to their next show actually next weekend. So I'm looking forward to that one. But no, I really hope your girlfriend has a blast when Yumi Fukawa gets the win at the water park. When my wife and I first started dating, I actually brought her to American Rana 2017, and she had a blast. And it was very funny. We were driving to Worcester, and the whole week she was like, I don't know, like about going to wrestling, and then she eventually was like, yeah, okay, I'll go. And then we're driving down there, and there's gonna be people because like she came up as a kid in like the punk rock scene, and there's a lot of crossover, I'm sure so I was like, oh yeah, there's gonna be people or at least one person. And we get there, and it's like 2 of her best friends she spots when I go to get beers. So it's like, yeah, she had a blast. I hope your girlfriend has a blast too. How can you fun at wrestling? Thank you, Jake. Appreciate the support. I really do. Like, this is like being a niche of a niche is both fun and also like a lot of grinding to get people to be aware of your stuff, and I personally think I do really good stuff, and I get a lot of compliments from viewers and wrestlers and a lot of people, so being like kind of niche of a niche, every bit of support counts, so thank you. Oh, nice. Yeah, New Bedford. Yeah, no, I'm a South Shore boy, so yeah, I can't wait to get into Memphis Power Pro just for that Doug Gilbert promo on Jerry Lawler. One that like got him fired, I think maybe also got them maybe almost kicked off the air. So this is boom boom boom. So I believe this is going to be Yumi Fukawa against Misei Watanabe. In a street fight. Out in the street. So, perfect location. Why so much wrestling YouTube is silly Irish and Englishmen? I don't know. They're really good at it, though. Like OSW, Botchamania, Cultaholic, all the, they're all so good at it. I can't blame them. We do have, oh my god, I'm blanking on Deadlock. We have Deadlock, so there's some Americans still able to do, to break in. But yeah, the Irish and the Brits, they're really good at it. Oh, Gap, I cannot wait to get into the original WCW. Like, it's such a deep cut of, Sling history. I can't wait to get into that one specifically. But yeah, it's like Australia every so often, just pops up with, some crazy promotion with, like WWA with a big idea and, trying to make a go of it. And then it just, goes down under. Stupid.
シャチホコ式の逆エビ固めでギブアップ奪ってます。
Is James Romero, is that the guy that does the podcast with Dutch Mantel? Because if it is, yeah, he's definitely kind of taken off. The chat keeps disconnecting. I don't.
いや、それにしてもですね、深川がこの難関を勝ち続ければですね、新ストリートファイトの女王となるんじゃないですか。
Oh yeah, oh my god, Rodman Down Under is going to be so much fun. I can't wait.
のところでドロップキックやるなんていうのは本当にすごいことですよね。
それよりも何よりももっとすごいのはあのマットの厚さが5センチぐらいしかないわけです。
Oh, I didn't realize Stevie Richards had a co-host on that. I thought it was just him. I guess I've only just seen the clips of just him talking.
しかもこの動き。
そうですね、フライングメアですけど、この衝撃もかなりあるんじゃないですかね、一発一発の。
すごいですよね、ロープ代わりに橋を利用してますもんね。
はい、一歩間違ったら
転落ですね。
はい。これは死と背中合わせの試合じゃないですか。はい。
I was gonna critique the lighting of this street fight, and it dawned on me that I'm really glad that the fight under the ring didn't last any longer than that 30 seconds we got, because that would have been a nightmare to watch. But this isn't nearly that bad.
原点に帰るということなんですか。
これ禁止っていうことなんですかね。
いや、そうではないですよ。
暗黙の了解っていうか。
Checking out the Southeast video and then coming right here. That's awesome. Appreciate that. I love that video so much. I'm so proud of it. Aha, Todd, I already did Dusty's Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling. I highly suggest checking it out. I'm so happy with that one. It was the one I found the most obscure research on. Found somebody did a doctoral thesis on wrestling with it, discussing Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling. It was wild to find. But Watanabe getting the win there, I believe. I missed it. I was yammering.
Fukawa, 食べる like 好き No! ダメ You cute かわいいね Very cute though You pro wrestler You want You necessary 食べる Too skinny
Reggie Bennett here with Yumi Fukawa for those not in the know. And now we have to watch them eat.
普通の女の子と変わらない体をプロとして肉体改造するためにスーパーヘビー級のレジー・ベネットに食事療法を教わった。
And yeah, that was Watanabe that got the win there. Again, it was dark and I wasn't paying attention to the finish.
大丈夫大丈夫 You strong ね More strong more eat more strong
Fantastic. Third stage, and we've got Yumi Fukawa and Yoshihiko Tamura.
レジーに教わった食事療法を実践するために買い出しに来た深川。
This is the market match, so this happens in like a good Japanese marketplace.
疲労で体重が落ちる。格闘技では体重は武器である。
Her peeking around corners in these is like my favorite. Just like,
とか買ってばらまいちゃってもいいですかね。
it's so good.
お魚お肉
お肉。
DCW gonna happen. LPWA, it was, I loved watching that show and the pay-per-view even, like watching the TV episodes and then the pay-per-view. It was so much fun to watch all of that. Like LPWA is such an underrated promotion. The smack and rewind, oh, that's great stuff. And like Fukawa's just out on out for a stroll in the afternoon. She's got her hair tied around.
しかしこの田村選手というのは普段と試合になると全く人格が変わりますね。
そうですね。まあ普段はぼーっとしてる
So
という
OCs,
か
I
表情がないというか
discovered
そういうタイプなんですけど
an
も
appreciation for obscure promotions just through my love of wrestling history. Like that's something I kind of picked up from my dad. Like he went to back in the 70s, was always telling me stories. He's like, you know, we'd see Ted DiBiase and he'd be like, oh, you know, he used to be just a wrestler, like before he had the $1 Million Man gimmick. So he would tell me all these stories of, you know, back in the 70s and all these other guys, and that just kind of led to seeking out old wrestling, and that kind of led to just finding out that, like, oh yeah, there were all these territories and there were all these other, you know, companies in the 90s that would pop up that weren't ECW. So yeah, it just comes from a love of, you know, just kind of fell into it from a love of pro wrestling history. It was just like finding all these promotions and finding out their stories, like as I've kind of come through the internet as a wrestling fan, like it's all come up, you know, on my way. And yeah, I just love it, and now I love it even more. You know, doing it as a hobby. Yeah, I've grown to love it even more from that.
やっぱり田村そういう意味では本格派ですよね。やっぱ将来楽しみな存在ですよ。
She's gonna run the other direction anytime she sees a gym mat in those colors. What a great choke.
要するにこういう
It looks so good. So Gap, no, I have not been to Japan. I want to go though, both for wrestling and non-wrestling. I definitely want to make the trip someday. But yeah, no, I'm glad you've gone twice. That's awesome.
一人だけ髪型が違うし、こういう特殊な技も使ったりして、何か差別化を図っているようにも見受けられるんですが、
結構大胆な発想を持ってるのかもしれませんよね。でもこうやって深川のジーンズ姿っていうのもファンにとってはね、いいんじゃないですか。
そうですね。
やっぱり将来的にはなんか深川時代が来てもおかしくないんじゃないかなってこの試合見て思いますよ。
でもこの第3ステージかなり表情がすごくいいんですよね、深川選手。第1、第2ステージと違って、
はい、やっぱりこのステージで勝たないと次がないということがあるんじゃないですか。やっぱり数年後この2人の試合が前場のメインを飾るじゃないですけども、そういうシーンが見てみたいですよね。
はい。
やっぱりこれ商店街のお客さんも注目の的になっちゃってますね。
はい、この深川選手、もしかするとデスマッチ向きの選手なのかもしれませんね。
そうかもしれませんよ。
気が強いんですよ、実は。
そうですよね。
は
というか、まあ負傷して2年1年半ですか。
い、はい、
まあみんなに散々言われたわけですよ。もうやめた方がいいとか。
売店部長とか。
はい。それでもね、やっぱりやってきたってことは精神的にも強いし、意外に、ね、
ああいう
こういうちっちゃい体に
What, you let a little
大
global
きい体の
panda
選手ってやっぱ気がちっちゃかった
stop you from traveling on an airplane
意外とこ
for
ういうちっちゃな体
20
気が
hours?
強くて、やっぱり内に秘めたるなんていうんですか
Bruiser's Indianapolis WWA is absolutely going to happen. I think it might be scheduled for a season. I'll have to double check that. Not sure.
で本人曰く
I was thinking about it, but I can't remember if I actually pulled the trigger on it, but it's definitely happened.
試合でも出ればいいのにというふうに
I do want to look into the
普段からの
tape ownership of that because I want to be careful because of their AWA partnership. I don't know if WWE owns any of it, so I'll have to look into that a bit first to make sure I'm approaching it appropriately. Oh, a drop kick. That was
積
great.
極的ですね、深川。
この試合はかなりいい試合だと思うんですけどね。
Ah, Brady, I'm so glad you're having a good time. I'm having a blast. I actually, about 10:30 Eastern, I was having a little bit of a panic attack.
あ、今決まりましたね。返しましたよ。
Oh,
ブレートムタのようなことします
I use that GIF in one of my posts, and I love it. It's amazing. It's such a good spot. But yeah, I was about a half hour before I got on here. I was a little
負けちゃいましたね
nervous, had a little bit of a panic attack. But yeah, everybody being so cool and showing up, like, really made this a lot
そうですね。
better experience. This is
次の
great.
関門っていうのはもっともっと強い相手出しますからね。
And this is like such a fun show. Like, this is so out of the box and bizarre. It's great. Special stage.
サードステージまでを勝ち越してくればファイナルステージへ進めた深川だが1勝2敗と負け越してしまった。闇討ちプロレスをやり遂げるためには今度は深川が闇討ちを仕掛けなければならない。それも相手は世界チャンピオンクラスに限る。
Yumi
つまり
Fukawa
やる気と勇気が試される。
and Bull Nakano
元
subway
3WA
match.
並びに WWF 世界チャンピオンのブル中野。この間までニューヨーク暮らしをしていて
Yoshihiko
日本の事情に疎い彼女を
getting the win
新たに創刊
in the
される
market
雑誌
match.
プロレス万歳の思い出の街を訪ねてという偽
Can
の取材
Yumi
で呼び出した
Fukawa overcome Bull Nakano? We shall see. I don't think it's looking good for it, though. Well, Gap, I'm glad you're having a blast hanging out. I'm having a blast as well. Should probably do this again. And like, this is a shoot. It's a train in motion. Just going right at. Yeah, that's just how she goes out in public. She just does the hair for matches, but she does the makeup for everyday life. That's her makeup routine, I guess, you know? Everybody has their own style, I guess. I really wonder about these other people on the train. Like, are they just trying to go to work? And this is happening? Or these can't be plants, right? I would imagine not. I also love the punching sound effects, like a double dragon. Or like Street Fighter. Not Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter didn't have that great punching sound effects. Yeah, right? Like, this is just normal for them? Not paying it any mind. Bull Nakano, to the surprise of no one, getting the win against Yumi Fukawa. I think there's a translation for what Bull is saying here. Let me see. No translation for what she's saying, but I'm sure it's encouraging. Yumi Fukawa looks encouraged. Child is good, she's just a noisy sleeper. And I think, is this going to be...
ファイナルステージを前に深川はプロレスラーになることを決心した懐かしい故郷を訪ねた。
腕が怪我してるしね。ちょっとたくましくなったんじゃない？ちょっとあれは一体誰のだ？おばさんだぞ。
It is a mystery who these other women are that Yumi Fukawa is hanging out with at this point. Theories are unidentified wrestlers, J-pop group, or something. But from the one in the gray shirt alone, you can tell this is the mid-1990s. Regardless of what country you're in, oversized, baggy clothes were the style at the time. As was the style at the time. So I wore an oversized t-shirt, as was the style at the time.
自分がね、ちっちゃい頃フラッシュゲルズを見て夢をもらったように自分もちっちゃい子に夢を与えてあげれるようなね頑張っていく。ちょっと照れちゃったから
Well, Brady, it was funny. I actually I had this downloading in the background while I was working a couple days ago, and I kept going to check on it, and it was like every time I went, I would be like on the phone with somebody on my headset, and I would go check to see the status of it while it's playing, downloading, and it would just be like Yumi Fukawa moaning, and I'm like, okay, I hope no one heard that, because that would make me look real bad. The child is good. She is just a very noisy sleeper. So she moves around a lot, but she is knocked out. In a good way. Sleep way. This is our main event. Yumi Fukawa and Lioness Asuka in a park match. And she brought her friends with her? I will say between this fight and the one at the water park, like you can tell that they're having fun doing this silly little thing. Like they're having a blast doing this. Yumi Fukawa corpsing, send for the man.
母さん最後の相手はアスカさん。
バカにしてるこの女。ムカついた。
その時はすごい緊張してたんですよ。
本当に？これ舐めてますよね。
してますよもう。天下のライオンです。
してますよ。もうだよお前。もうじゃないんだよ。もうじゃ。
なんて自分女の子ですか。
バカ俺だって女だよほら。
やりますかね。
やりましょう。
しょうがないね。
Now this is the part. Here we go. I can't. The punch sound effect. It's so good. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I am 100% going to be doing an episode on Incredibly Strange Wrestling. Stay tuned for an announcement on that season. It's not happening this season. This season's already in the books in terms of what videos will be featured. But Incredibly Strange Wrestling is going to be happening very soon. It's another one I'm very excited about. Oh, just ripping at her face. Snacks the back. Oh. It's funny, this is like a goofy little gimmick tape, but like those kicks looked pretty stiff. Like she wasn't pulling back. Airplane spin in the field. That was fantastic. I do watch Dark Side of the Ring. I think it's a really well done show. I think some episodes obviously are better done than others. You can say that about my stuff too. But yeah, I think overall it's a really good show. I especially like the ones of like the Chris Colt, because that was a story I wasn't familiar with, or like the one that they just did on Missy Hyatt. Like I didn't know a lot about Missy Hyatt's life and everything that she kind of dealt with. So yeah, overall I think it's a really good show. I think sometimes they stretch some of the stuff that they do, but it's like you gotta make episodes about something. So, you know, like Plane Ride from Hell, I feel like is something that was stretched a little bit because it wasn't like too much in terms of that story. But, you know, they did what they told the story and sprinkled in some other stuff there. But yeah, overall, I love Dark Side of the Ring. Watch it every week. I'm sorry, this is the first I'm hearing about Suzuki and a mecha mummy. I need to go find this. And this is... I want to watch that match. But classical music, the fountain going on, like this is tremendous. This is insane, and I love it. Oh my god, what a shot. That's great. This is truly cinema right here. Like, drop kick, got nothing. Oh, a little more on that one. The way that this fight has built is just tremendous. Oh, brings her down. Somebody's got to go back in the water, right? Dusting her shoulder off? Oh. Lioness Asuka's the coolest. Oh no. Is that it? That's it. Lioness Asuka getting the win. Yumi Fukawa cannot defeat her idol. What a fight though. That was fun.
今日は私がお前のこと強くしたいだけじゃなくてお母さんに頼まれたんだよ。お母さんほらあそこにいるぞ。お前がやられてるのずっと帰りから見てんだよ。お母さん。お母さん。
I want to see if there's a translation for what she's saying here. I doubt it, but let's take a look. There is not. And the person that did the review gave this one 2.5 stars. No, this was like 4 stars. This was amazing. Oh no, she's leaving in a wheelchair. Oh my god, this is great.
闇市プレス終わって自分で強くなったと思うか。どうだ。 思うだよ、先輩たちが、私も含め先輩たちが一生懸命相手してくれたんだからね。毎日の巡業とかね。
Oh, that's a great recommendation, CJD. I might have to check that out myself while I'm wrapping up my evening when we're done here.
しっかり持って頑張れよ。どんな辛いことがあってもお母さんだってさ。
If it was in the Tokyo Dome, it would have been 6 stars. Would have broken the scale if it was in the Tokyo Dome.
自分が初めてプロレスラーになりたいなって思った時の気持ちさえ忘れなければ大丈夫。
We can assume this is just more words of encouragement from Lioness Asuka to the young star of the making, Yumi Fukawa. The slow-mo walk away to the piano music. Oh, this is great. What an ending. Yeah, Gap. No apologies needed. Honestly, I'm a big AEW fan. I love AEW. I'm a big fan of my local indie Focus Pro Wrestling. They are really killing it right now. They're putting on some great shows every month. I go back and watch a lot of NWC from Las Vegas in the mid '90s. National Wrestling Conference. I go back and watch some of their stuff every so often. I was considering watching it for this, but it was like too long. Didn't have the time tonight to hang around for a full 2-hour tape, even though I'd love to. So maybe that'll be in the future. But that's what I'm. Well, that concludes our tape. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much to everyone that stopped by. This was, like I said, a blast. I was really nervous about it, but I think it turned out pretty good. I had fun. Seems like everyone here had fun. So we'll definitely. I'd love to do this again sometime. Don't know when, but no, this was a great time. That was a very unique wrestling thing to watch. So maybe we'll do some more of those, weird wrestling oddity stuff in the future. But this was a great time. Enjoy the rest of your night. New Defunct Championship Wrestling tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are going to look at All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling. I'm really excited about it. And I hope you enjoy it. I had fun putting it together. I like it. More to come. Plenty more to come. Some potentially big news on the horizon. We'll see. Obviously, keep everyone updated. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night, and we will see you down the line.